Federal lawmakers are looking for urgent solutions to the growing problem of attacks by suspected herdsmen on communities across the country. I'm Linda Akibe, and you're welcome to the Gavel. On Monday, April 25th, some people suspected to be herdsmen attacked Nimbo community in Enugu State, killing a yet-to-be-determined number of people, injuring some more and burning buildings. Members of the community are still reeling from the attacks, and residents of neighboring villages are living in fear of more attacks. There have been several attacks of this nature in different parts of the country. The people of Agatu community in Benue State have not recovered from their losses from this suspected herdsmen. Federal lawmakers are demanding answers. A minute's silence in the Senate to honor Nigerians killed in Enugu and other communities by suspected herdsmen.
May the souls of our brothers and sisters who died at Ozuwani and all other people of Nigeria that died in similar circumstances rest in perfect peace. Amen.
But the minute's silence cannot bring back those killed by suspected herdsmen and curb further killings in the country. The most recent attack in Nimbo community of Uzowani local government area of Enugu State has left many Nigerians baffled at the killings and destruction of property. Federal lawmakers in the Senate want urgent solutions to this problem.
There is widespread fear of more attacks as there has been recurring attacks by herdsmen on communities in Uzowani local government area.
My suggestion is that we can't run away from establishing grazing land. They should acquire land within the vicinity where cows have been raised. If you go to UK, you see ranches all over. These cows are fed fat and will produce even more meat and milk. If we do that, and Nigerian cows are being restrained in ranches, I don't think the Malians or the Niger Republic people will have the gut to enter our hinterland. So the first thing to do is that whether there is law, existing legislation or not, those who own these cows in their numbers should see it as a point of duty at this point in time that ranches should be created to house their cows.
The idea of governors that don't have a means of commanding a force to enforce security in their own state has reduced our states to senior prefects who can only exist at the mercy of the school principal. What we must do, I believe, is to get back to say, if any state or even local government wants to have a means of protecting itself, so be it.
We shouldn't even have discussed this in the open. We should have gone into a closed-door session on this issue where we will be able to provide solutions without the public knowing, so that at the end, we can make proper representation to the leadership of this country and to the leadership of the security services, so that at the end of the day, we can nip this problem in the bud.
The Deputy Senate President, also at plenary, reminded lawmakers that the Senate had asked the Committees on Agriculture and National Intelligence to hold a public hearing to find solutions to the frequent clashes between herdsmen and farmers in several communities in the country.
I recall that in my contribution, I suggested that the Committee on Agriculture and Rural Development and National Security and Intelligence do conduct a public hearing on this matter with a view to articulating a lasting solution to the problem. Up till now, that public hearing have not started.
After the debate, the Senate set up an ad hoc committee made up of representatives from each geopolitical zone to meet urgently and prefer solutions to this problem. The Senate also resolved to invite security chiefs to brief the upper chamber on the movement of fleeing terrorists to ensure that measures are put in place to forestall a spread of terrorist activities all over the country. A similar motion was considered in the House of Representatives. Representative Chukwuemeka Ujem, who raised the motion, warned that if drastic measures are not taken, the incident is likely to reoccur.
That the incidence of herdsmen invasion is no longer news in Nigeria. from the recent sad news at Agatu, Benue State, to Taraba, to Ondo, and now Enugu State. It is now becoming a recurrent event that threatens the peace and security of this great nation, depriving citizens of their right to life and safety of their property, guaranteed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
In its resolution on the matter, the House is mandating the Inspector General of Police to immediately conduct a thorough investigation into the attack. The House is also inviting the Director General of the Department of State Security to appear before the House to brief them on the rising cases of unidentified herdsmen causing mayhem in the country. Some other lawmakers and Nigerians are also reacting to the incident in Enugu.
My first question is, who owns these cattle? Government should lift the veil on the ownership of these herds. These are business investments. Somebody invested money on the cattle. So somebody invested money on the arms and ammunition. So when government lifts the veil on the ownership of the cattle, they will find who the sponsors are. The DSS, this is their job. They have a job to do. In other countries of the world, security agencies would have fished out these people by now. This thing didn't start today. And it's getting worse every day.